La tine vin măicuță, la tine vin cu dor. La sfânta ta icoană, la sfântul tău izvor. Dar n-am ce-ți da, eu, Maică, n-am ce-ți da, numai inima mea. Dar n-am ce-ți da, eu, Maică, n-am ce-ți da, numai inima mea.
I was not going to come this way, but I got a little bit lost, so I've changed my mind. Don't take any notice of what I said at the beginning. Lovely area to come to, one of my favourites if you're coming into the city centre. Come here. Magnificent fountain, but unfortunately they have major problems, which is quite common for Birmingham City, but not this one. Usually it's never been off. 4 or 5 months hasn't been working properly. It's the third time they've actually emptied it, filled it, and it's turned green overnight. So sad to see. Deck chairs over there, wonderful area. Come and sit over there. Lots of nice restaurants here, coffee bars. As you know, the sea life to my left with the canals, which you have seen many times. I didn't want to come this way, but after filming at the beginning of the video and the few shops I showed you, I thought, well, I might as well head here and show you what it's like on a Sunday getting anywhere near Birmingham City. It's for you to get a feel of Sunday afternoon. I think it would have quietened down a lot now, even though it's only 4:40, but it does get quieter a lot sooner than obviously Friday and Saturday. Always hated that hotel. Inside it was really nice. You know, I was really surprised when I first came to Birmingham. It wasn't the first time, but when I moved here 9 years ago, I walked inside and I was pleasantly surprised. But that's all coming down. They probably won't allow them to do it until they finish I'm not sure, to be honest, the building on the left, you know, all the building, all the houses and everything opposite the park. That's probably a 3-4 year project at least. They've opened this up for everyone again. And because they've been painting for so long, and this building has been going up, I think at least I think 6 years. When the sun catches the windows on the front, they've never been cleaned. Must be horrendous for the staff inside. But it's wonderful that we have billions of pounds of private investment in Birmingham City. As you know, I'm always giving you lots of information, and James does also. You can cut through on the right now. You can get a small Asahi lager in there. It's lovely inside. £6.20. 300ml. It's a cafe. It moved it from Grand Central, but they were going to refurbish the one at Grand Central. That was very successful, York's, but they never did. And it was, as James knows, it was 2 years late opening here and didn't last a year. And a year ago, they had a sign up saying something's brewing just a little longer. That was a year ago, so it looks like it's the same old thing as last time. We used to have signs saying almost there. 2 years late, lasted 10 months, I think. And they've gone, York's Cafe, and this isn't fountain number 3. This is a monument statue here. It's protected by the council. You can cut through there now, you've seen that many times. Yes, I've given you all the information about this. The memorial monument, 7 months it's been off. The funny thing is, even when it's working, it's as small as anything you'd have in your own back garden, a very small back garden, but it's better than nothing. But it's 20, maybe 30 times that's broken down in 4 years. It's probably nearer 30 than 20, and you'll know why. We've discussed it before. I know I'm not repeating myself, new people can come in here. It's managed by Paradise Limited, and unfortunately jointly managed by the Birmingham City Council. Now you know why it's never working. I hope you enjoy the first part of my video. What a wonderful, stunningly beautiful building we visited. So I will post some information about that when I get home. Look, click on the link below. At least they've got this sorted now though. And they're also having maintenance management, so, and a new youth they put there. Or something free. I don't think they've got many. Look at this. That's not allowed. I don't blame them. It's not very hot. It's about 71 degrees Fahrenheit. But I thought they were drinks, but I think it was some bathroom spray or something. Oh yes, it's a bathroom spray. She's given them out periodically. We might have to grab one if we can. I'm going to get one. Oh, it's a deodorant. I've never seen children in there like that. That's quite funny. But at least we've got one fountain out of 4 working now. It was off for 3 months over Christmas last year, which was very sad. And as I said, the youth, that area has been replaced. It came back about 3 months later. Not the 2 statues, but the actual centre part. They were not working at all. And I've seen them in here cleaning on many occasions. See how clean it is now? Because unfortunately people throw rubbish in there. She's looking magnificent, especially at night. It's a very attractive area. And all the steps, as you know, they're all new. They look wonderful. And this area is starting to, as I said, they say 1.5, but I think it's more 3 years. It's 34 years old. It was the most run-down pedestrianised area in England. They did it in 92. Well, the traffic used to come through here, but it'd fallen to pieces. And one of the main reasons is because they were always digging it up. I remember coming over 20 years ago, and there were areas everywhere dug up. And of course, you had a moderate rain, and there were puddles everywhere for weeks. So the drainage system was extremely complex, and they literally removed hundreds of thousands of tons of rubble and went down really a long way. A long way. It's very complex. It wasn't just, digging up the surface and replacing with these slabs. And they look great. It looks fabulous. They've done a really good job, and they've done quite a lot in 7 months. It's just the people that estimate 1.5 years. It's just absurd. As I say, the complexity of the work. But they were putting benches here, 2 lots of benches, and they were here for a couple of weeks on my left. They've gone, the benches have disappeared, and they've just resurfaced it. So I don't think they'll be coming back. If you look here, they've got 2 months now before they start. You say August, September, October, yeah. Yeah, 2 months. The Christmas market will be here, because it's here, isn't it, for 7 weeks. And usually until about January the 7th, the fairground goes on. So they've got 2 months max. So there's only one guy ever working here, but he's done a great job. They won't be going any further. I think you see those little surrounding areas. I think you'll find what you see now is where they're going to finish up. They might do the surrounding area, but what they tend to do is just put tarmac down there and then dig it up. They can do that in a matter of hours and dig it up in the new year and start again. They have to do that for safety reasons. And this area here, I don't think they'll do that personally. I think they were tarmac that. This was the main area where they stored everything, and they had tons of rubble here for several months. And I'm amazed how they cleared it and how much they've done. I'm really amazed. But you see the same thing again on the edges, the right, just down there and here. I think you'll find all those areas, because 2 months isn't long, will be tarmacked. And then in the new year they start from the end here. I'm not sure if they're going to do the road here. They've done 6 areas off New Street, and the High Street, which isn't very long, and the 2 roads leading up to the cathedral. I bet you they start that not long after all this is finished. Wouldn't surprise me, because that's in a terrible state. But here, when they start in the new year, I wonder if they'll just do the 2 footpaths here. I think they will. I don't think they'll do the road. I don't think, why should they touch the road here? There's nothing wrong with it. I think they'll just do the 2 lanes we see now. And then we come down to an area which goes down to the Apple store, which is actually it's actually finished. Almost. This is wonderful, isn't it? I'm going to take you across through here. Nice little area. Just take you through here and go and say hello to Ozzy the Bull. You don't want to be around here about 5 o'clock till 6 p.m. because there's thousands of people come through here. You get run over by pedestrians going to New Street Station to catch the train. Still quite busy, the centre. Well, we've got the lights. James would know, but most of these right up there, all the way along, apart from the Costa, are all closed now. York's Cafe was at the end. What are they doing with this area, James? Apart from the Costa, right up to where York's Cafe used to be, it's that they're all closed. In a situation, are they going to rebuild there, James? Because normally when you've got one shop, say Costa for example, hanging on, that's probably because they've got time left on their lease or something, I think, I'm not sure. We won't go through the shopping centre. I'm going to cut back up and show you near the Apple store. It's only a month or two for the new Apple iPhone, isn't it? I had the 11, 13, 15, this is the 17, which is remarkable. I'm not changing. If I change every 2 years and what I get traded in, it works out that I've had a phone for about pound a day. Yeah, usually under that, maybe 80, 90 pence a day, which is no money. And I've got an incredible 30 gigabytes unlimited text and data. I don't use the gigabytes now. We don't do live, as you know, hardly ever.
Cross-country tickets are being accepted within all trade operating companies. Due to this disruption, cross-country tickets dated today will remain valid until Wednesday. Speak to a member of station staff if you require assistance with your journey. We apologise for the inconvenience and thank you for your patience.
Oh, we caught Ozzy moving.
This is awesome.
I think it's great putting Ozzy in here, to be honest. Apparently after the Commonwealth Games it was the most watched thing on Google Maps for about 3 months in the world. You usually have steam coming out of his nostrils there. He must have run out of steam. Does anyone remember this old station? I remember it. It was a complete nightmare when I used to go back to Spain. If you compare it to what it used to be like, it's magnificent. And they stopped there by the barriers, and this area will be done in the new year, just down to here. It's not very far. And then, you know how you always forget how bad it really was, but I said it was always about the surface water. Puddles here after a rainfall for weeks. Really horrible, grimy and dirty and nasty. And this is, you know, the old area which will be done after Christmas, New Year. And this area alone is, you're talking six to 8 months. So if they did finish this next year, down to the end here, that would be 2 years, but I personally don't think they might. They said 1.5, that'd be 2 years, but I personally think to finish New Street right down to the end here, I think you're looking at even going into the following year personally. It's a huge area. And hopefully they do put some benches in here. So one scoop of ice cream there, £5. 2 scoops of ice cream, £7. 3 scoops of ice cream, £8.50. Now I've had Kelly's ice cream. It's not the best. Trust me. The signs there, Kelly's ice cream. There is a lot better ice cream around. You can buy it really cheap in supermarkets in huge tubs. So you can get 3 scoops in there for £8.50. Now you know how small 1 scoop is. Isn't that outrageous? What has happened?
La tine vin măicuță, la tine vin cu dor. La sfânta ta icoană, la sfântul tău izvor. Dar n-am ce-ți da, eu, Maică, n-am ce-ți da, numai inima mea. Dar n-am ce-ți da, eu, Maică, n-am ce-ți da, nu.